For this lesson, we're going to talk about balanced equations. So I'm just going to draw like a balance scale thing. Alright, these usually go up to plates. So this is a balance. So whenever we balance equations, or balanced equations are called that because two sides of the equations balance each other. So instead of doing an equal sign for an equation like x plus 10, instead of equals, we're just going to do x plus 10 here and 23. So x plus 10 equals 23 would be the equation, but these sides are equal. And whenever we have equations like these, we want to get the variable, which is usually the letter, by itself. And so we can think of how to do that. And so what we do to one side, we do to the other so that it stays balanced. And to get this x by itself, what we can do is subtract 10 from this side and this side. So then our equation just becomes x equals 13. And since we have x by itself, that's what it's equal to, and we want to check our answer, right? So we have x plus 10 equals 23. So we're going to plug that 13 in here. So we're going to do 13 plus 10 equals 23, which is true. So we're just going to check that. So whatever operation you do, our operation was subtracting 10. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. That way we keep the balance. Because if we just take away 10 on this right side, and then we leave the if we know the 13 and have 13 plus 10, then we have 23 equals 13. So our 23 would be lower because it would be heavier, and our 13 would be higher. So, but we want them to be balanced and equal. Right? Okay, so our operation was subtracting 10 to get x alone or by itself. And then we plugged it back in. So let's do another one. Okay, let's do x, excuse me. Let's do x minus 5 equals, let's do 35. Okay, so this is balanced. Whatever that x is, both sides are going to be 35 in the end. So to get x by itself, we need to get rid of that minus 5. So we're going to add 5 to both sides. So now we have x and 40. So we have our x equals 40. So if we plug that back in, we do 40 minus 5 equals 35. That is true. So it would be balanced if we put in the 40 minus 5 and 35. That is still a balanced equation. And that's what we did to get the x by itself. So now let's do another one. It's a little bit different. So let's do 6x equals 36, or 6x and 36. So there are two ways that you can think of this, or there are multiple ways you can do x times x times x times x 6 times. That's the same, right? Or no, it's added together. Sorry, wrong operation. That's 6x. But we can't do anything to get x by itself that way. So we can also, this is called the constant, right? That's the constant number. I believe. Let me make sure that's right. I'm saying the right thing. No, that's the coefficient. So we can divide by the coefficient. So we can do 6x divided by 6, 36 divided by 6. That would get the x by itself here, which would give us x and 6, because 36 divided by 6 is 6. Or we can also do the reciprocal, which is multiplying by 1 over 6 times 6x. Because if you multiply, it gives you the same thing, right? Because 6x times 1 is 6x over 6. Or you can go ahead and cross out the 6's first and just do x times 1, which is x. So you still get x by itself. So you can either divide by the coefficient or multiply times the reciprocal. But either way, whatever you do on this side of the balance, you need to do on this side too. And your answers will be the same, whether you multiply by the reciprocal or divide by the coefficient. So 36 times 1 over 6 is the same as 36 over 6, which is 6. So let's plug in the 6. So we have 6 times 6 on this balance and 36. 6 times 6 is 36. So they are balanced, they are equal. Okay. Just want to make sure that I have everything here. So for balancing equations, the best thing to know if your answer is right is by doing your check. Because if we said, you know, maybe we got confused and we did, we think that the answer x equals 3. So if we do 6 times 3 and 36, that's actually going to give us 6 plus 6 plus 6, or 6 times 3, which these two are 12, and then 18. So 18 is not equal to 36. This is why it's good to always check your answer if you can in math, because if you're getting your variable, if you're saying that this is the number for your variable and you plug it back in and it gives you a different answer than what is on the other side of the equation, it's probably incorrect. So you might need to take a little bit more time to check your answer, but once you've done it so many times, it'll just be quick, and you'll know that your answers are right. That's all I have. Let me know if you have any questions.